Yeah, so then I ride my bike across the street, and then I have to stop in the middle of the street because this lady wanted to go, and then I'm going real slow so she could pass, and then she starts getting slower and telling me thank you for letting me by, and I'm like, okay, you're welcome, now go, and she keeps going slower and slower, and I have to go slower and slower, but I still have to pedal a little so I don't fucking like fall off my bike or something. And then she's just and then she goes, and it's like, why are you so wait, is there a microphone here? Oh, oh my god, that's so funny. There's a microphone right here in my hand, and it's recording. Well, I mean, I might as well do a podcast. Well, I mean, I was just having a conversation with someone. Hey, you want to be on the podcast? Since I was having a conversation with you, do you want to be on the podcast? Since I mean, there's a microphone recording right here. It seemed like the perfect thing to do. No, come on, come on, be on the podcast with me, please. Okay, next time. Yeah, special guest maybe coming soon. I don't know. He's a little nervous about being on such a crazy awesome podcast. How's everyone feeling? Now, if you didn't know and you're just listening to random audio files on the internet, this is Jesse's Log, the podcast. You could find it on iTunes on the podcast app, I guess. Search up Jesse's Log, the podcast. Also available on goodatstudios.us. Also available youtube.com/goodatjessew. Also available on the Good at Studios application exclusive to Apple devices because it's easier to code for Apple devices. I hear. I didn't do it. Just look up Good at Studios in the App Store. It's free. It's also free to rate it 5 stars, actually, if you didn't know. Also, not only does Good at Studios host a broad array of amazing podcasts and blogs, also, it has funny t-shirts. Okay, so what you're going to have to do, okay, you're going to have to go into your web browser and type in MERCH. Here, I'll do it with you. I'll do it with you guys. MERCH dot good at studios dot US. And what this does is it takes you to a magical portal where you can find Good at Studios merch, as it says on top. And, I mean, you can get MISC, which is miscellaneous. And under there, you have a sticker, a mug, a mouse pad, a bumper sticker. But you know what? Those things you can't exactly wear on your body, if you catch my drift. So what you could also do is click apparel, right? And then there's a broad spectrum of, let's say, a bib if you own a child. I don't know, an infant bodysuit, infant long sleeve, women's v-neck, women's regular neck, women's tank top. But it's not just for the ladies out there. There's also those options for the men, okay? Now, I'm not going to spoil what the t-shirt is. However, I'm going to spoil that it's very clever, funny, awesome, and affordable. So go ahead, merch.goodatstudios.us. But if you don't feel like wearing things or drinking things, what you can also do is go into that same web browser that you typed in merch.goodatstudios, and you can type in I'll do it with you. Okay. PATREON dot good at Studios.us. And I know what you're thinking. What is this magical portal passcode take me to? Please explain this to me. Even though if you have fast enough internet, you're already there if you typed it in with me. It brings you to the Good at Studios Patreon page. And what Patreon is, if we're just going to get bare bones about it, it's you giving us money so we can do fun things like podcasts and blogs, because I don't know if you know this, but time is money, and also things cost money. And to do stuff like podcasts and blogs and, whatever, it takes time, which is money, and it takes things, which cost money. And if you could help out with that, that would make things more convenient and just overall, just a better experience for us to do, which gives you a better experience, if I can say that to you. So yeah, if you're Captain Moneybags and you want to throw $1, you can do that. Or if you're Miss I want to wear a t-shirt, you can do that. And other than that, I would just like to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for listening to the show. It really means a lot that you take time out of your day, your very important, busy, amazing day, to check out the quality, free content hosted at goodatstudios.us. Also, one quick note. If you don't want to donate anything, right? If you don't want to wear anything, drink out of anything, have a mouse pad, that's all fine, okay? Something else you could do. Go to goodatstudios.us. If you look to the right of the webpage, there's a button. It's green with white text. It says Amazon click-through. You click that, right? Takes you to Amazon. You search in something you want. I don't know. The new Madden's coming out. Let's put Madden. Okay. Madden. Okay, the new one isn't there yet. Tell you what, Madden NFL 25. You want to catch up. You want to practice on the old one, right? Because you're going to get the new one. You just click it, add to cart, check out, do whatever you want. Let's say you don't want Madden, right? What's something you might want that's on Amazon that's not Madden? I don't know. Look around your house. What don't I have? Oh, yeah. I don't have St. Ives lotion. Okay. St. Ives. Type that in on the search bar. Lotion. Okay. Oh, wow. It's only $5. That's perfect. Okay. Add to cart, check out. What else don't I have? Good question. Well, I don't know. I was interested in starting my own blog. Maybe I should practice writing before typing, really get my penman script, so in 30 million years, when people, wipe the dust off an old notebook, they can see the things I wrote, because internet won't exist. So what do? We type in notebook, search. Oh, whoa. How much is that? $5 for 4 of them? That's almost $1 each. That's perfect. Click it, add to cart, check out. That's all you got to do, right? And see, what happens then is, thanks to us, you get the things you want. And thanks to you, you contribute to getting us things that we need to provide this content that you want, So help us help you. You understand? All right, so. How am I doing? That's a very good question. It's also a very deep question. there's so many intricacies of my amazing life that I can go into. I've been going to church. I don't like to call it church. It's a temple, but I don't know what to call that. I've been going to the temple. I don't know. I'm going to the temple a lot because to gain a closer relationship with God, you can't do that independently. Maybe you can teach yourself guitar. Maybe you can teach yourself math. But to get a deeper understanding, you're going to have to talk to people who know that better than you do. People who have experience. So then you can get that second-hand experience. No, not smoke. That kills you. Second-hand experience. And it's also very fun, have friends, chill people, whatever. Other than that, becoming more religious and spiritual and all that good jazz. Training, job training. I went to job training yesterday. Met coworkers. They were pretty chill. I'm gonna, since, really bad timing on my part, I'm gonna be going on vacation for a month. Actually, the day the restaurant opens. And so instead of being a waiter, I'm going to have to be a busboy and then eventually be promoted. But, it's all for the greater good of this restaurant that I believe in and want to succeed. So I, can't complain about anything. Also, training today, I have that. Also, what else is there to talk? It's funny. I have so many things to talk about, and then I'm like, man, I have no time to podcast. Get a little time to podcast. There's so many things I want to talk about, but then I have to go through my phone and find all the notes. I'm like, no, you know what? I'll remember when it's record time. Guess what? I don't, These things aren't songs that when Mariah Carey gets on stage, the mic's on, she can sing everything, okay? This is off the dome, and honestly, I can't think of much, but there are a couple things I can't think of. I'm going to Mexico. That's going to be fun. It's not going to be, I went to Mexico last year for like a week. It was going to be in Cancun. Well, it was in Cancun, right? And that was fun. We just chilled at a hotel the whole time, and we ate food. We're in the pool, and bought a couple souvenirs or whatever. And this time, I'm going to be going for a whole month. And instead of being in a beautiful vacation spot, I'm going to be in a small town called Guadalajara. Guadalajara, Guadalajara, Bada, whatever you want to call it, really. It's all of those things. And you see, the thing about going to a new place is you get a little nervous, maybe a little excited because you like the new experiences, right? I love new experiences, so I'm just, whatever, a little, ooh, what's gonna happen, But above that, I don't know Spanish, so actually, I'm just a little, instead of like anxious about the experiences, I'm gonna be anxious about the 30 days of no one knowing what I'm saying and not knowing what anyone else is saying. So when I get back, I'll tell you all how that is. And work, I'll start work once I get back. And it seems like it's going to be fun. The people I'm going to work with, they're pretty chill. The place is pretty cool. Tomorrow, which is Wednesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'll be officially working. Those are the opening. Okay, here's the thing, right? My brother-in-laws, they're such good cooks that as they've moved through different restaurants, they've gained a following of people who go, I like food, but I like it the way they make it, right? So since we're starting this restaurant, they have a large following, and one day soft opening, you had to reserve tickets online, and they weren't on shelves, but if they were, they would have flown off. So these theoretical online tickets flew off the shelves, theoretically, right? So since that happened, my brother-in-law said, "Hey, Thursday, Friday." And what happened about Thursday, Friday is tickets flew off the shelves again, right? So it's going to be packed. It's going to be busy. It's in a popular neighborhood. There's going to be a lot of walk-ins along with the reserved people who got their tickets online. And basically, I'm going to have to be cleaning tables like crazy. So what I'm going to do today is I'm just going to be like spilling stuff everywhere, right? But I'm not going to let them know. I'm going to right. I'm going to probably bring like a gallon of water, right? I'm going to be like, "Oh yeah, I got to be hydrated, whatever. Leave the cap off." Okay? That's what I'm going to do. Oh, you hear that? That's my elbow hitting the gallon jug of water. "Oh no, it spilled." And then I grab whatever, washcloth, napkins, whatever they want me to clean with, right? Clean it up, right? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring some plates. I'm going to just throw them on tables, right? "Hey, Jesse, what are the tables? What are the plates doing on tables?" You're right, guys. What are these plates doing on tables? I'm going to practice taking the plates off the tables, right? Hopefully they give me like a thing to put the dirty dishes in, I'll be throwing them in there, right? Bringing them back to the dishwasher person or machine. I don't know. Got to get that practice in. Another thing is, since it's going to be so busy, sometimes I was told this, sometimes I might have to actually bring a plate to a table. So I'm going to have to memorize the numbers of the tables. It's very simple, but at the same time, it's got to be instinct, because I'm pretty slow. I can easily confuse table 5 with table 6 if I'm off the cuff, got to get this plate over there. You know what I'm saying? So if I bring what's on the menu that's delicious. If I bring I have the menu right here. If I bring what's something that no one else would have? Okay. If I bring the gobbler to someone's table and they're like, "What? I wanted the black bean." And I'm like, "You wanted the black bean? What? I got a gobbler right here. Where's the gobbler?" So then I go to the next table. I'm like, "Here's the gobbler." And they're like, "I ordered the horseshoe." I'm like, "What?" And then the lady who took the order, she's going to be like, "You idiot. That's for table 4. That's 5. That's 6. You don't know how to count, blah, blah, blah." I'm going to be like, "Oh, man." Right? So I got to get this practice in, right? And another thing, since I'm busboy, right, who eventually may be a waiter, depending on, I don't know, if busboy's being fun, or not. I'm going to have to learn this menu. And at first, the waiters and waitresses, they're talking about, "Yeah, I'm, gotta learn the menu, blah, blah, blah." And in my mind, I'm like, why the hell would I memorize this menu, right? And then we're doing run-throughs of practice or whatever. And they're like, "Yeah, what's on the chorizo burger?" And that's a dumb question, because the whole description is right under where it says the chorizo burger. 8-ounce hand-packed 50-50 ground chuck and chorizo, pepper jack cheese, poblano avocado spread, and red pickled onion. Breakfast style, add scrambled eggs and avocado, $2 extra, right? Plain as day. You don't gotta ask me what's on it. You already know. You already know this, right? Check this out. All Whisk burgers are half-pound certified Angus beef and come with your choice of regular or Cajun fries, or choose from any of our other sides for $2, right? "Hey, what sides can I have?" Well, flip over the menu. House chips, Greek fries, sweet potato fries, jalapeno coleslaw, chimichurri fries, whatever that is, truffle fries, loaded pepper jack cheese fries, right? You can have those things. It's not a big deal. Like, you don't have to ask, But yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to do that. You know, it's funny. I was in high school, right? Oh, it's fun. Oh, yeah, okay. This morning, I'm really bad with alarm clocks, and I used to have an alarm for school, right? Well, I'm not in school anymore, okay? But I never set off my alarm. So I woke up at 5:30 today, and I'm like, "Ah, damn. Why am I up so early, right? I don't have to be, right? Job training's at 2. Why am I up at 5:30, right?" And my friend, he gets off work at 6 a.m. Night shift, dollar extra, hustler. You know how life goes sometimes. So I text him. I'm like, "Yo, you want to get breakfast?" Because I've never had a Subway breakfast. And yesterday I'm like, "Yo, let's have Subway in the morning." And he's like, "Oh, for real?" And I'm like, "Hell no, I ain't waking up that early." And what do you know? I woke up that early. So we went to Subway, had breakfast. I had the steak and egg. Subway steak is gross, right? Subway egg is gross. Combine them, it's actually not that bad, okay? Gross and gross make okay if you put sriracha and the right, vegetables on it or whatever. Also had a soup, also had a coffee. Wasn't half bad. But the thing is, it was funny because me and him were walking down the street after we had our breakfast, and I was drinking my coffee, and I see all these kids, and it's like 7 o'clock. I see all these kids because there's a high school across the street. I see all these kids, and they have backpacks and all this stuff, and I'm looking at them like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Like, what is with all these kids with backpacks around the school? Why is that? Why are they there? And then, a couple seconds later, I realized, you know, I'm the only person who graduated. Like, I'm the only person. Look around all these kids, they haven't graduated. It's just me, you know. And I graduated like 2 weeks ago. So for 2 weeks, people were still going to school. Like, yo, that is played out. If you're still in school and you're listening to this, don't go. You know what I'm saying? Why are you doing that? So that was just funny. And I forgot what I was gonna say. But here's the thing, guys. Alright? Here's the thing. Right? I'm gonna tell you the thing. And then what you're gonna have to do is process this in your mind, right? Get it through your thick fucking skull, okay? Okay? You listening to me? Huh? You listening? When I was in high school 2 weeks ago, right? Before then, mostly. 4 years before 2 weeks ago, mostly, right? I was so stressed. I'm like, oh my God, I have so many things to do. I gotta wake up early, go to school, come home, not do homework, but I should be. So, that mental stress, right? But here's the thing. Ever since I graduated 2 weeks, I've probably had to make more life contemplations ever, right? Here's the thing. My brother from another mother, right? He has a massage place in Texas, right? Everything's bigger there, you know? And he's like, "Yo, come to Texas, boy. Be my fucking assistant and shit." Know what I'm saying? Because fools need money, and to make money, I need an assistant, boy. Because I be too busy, right? I'm like, "Oh, for real? That's true. That's true. That's true. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, right?" And then he said, "Come down for a month, be my little intern, see if you like it, blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, oh, "Okay, okay, okay." And then I get this job at the restaurant, and then I got to be gone for a month because I'm going to Mexico, right? So it's like a really big favor, and I thank them so much for letting me have this job, even though I'm literally gone for a month the opening day, right? It means the world to me. I owe them a lot because I've gone job hunting, and I'll tell you what, it's nothing like fishing. Because when I went fishing, I threw the line. I waited, nothing happened. Okay, let me put a little more corn on this little, a little more bait. Threw it, waited, nothing happened. Okay, a little more bait. Threw it. Oh my God, I got a bite. And then next thing you know, I caught 2 fish, right? I went fishing after prom. I should talk about that. But yeah, I threw my line, it bit. When I went job hunting, threw the bait, no biters. What's that about? You know what I'm saying? The economy's rough, guys, okay? So, yeah, I was just given this job, and, that saved me a lot of hassle, a lot of stress. It's putting some moolah in my pocket, you know what I'm saying? And so it's like, and then on top of that, everyone's like, well, not everyone, right? The people who, okay. Some people are like, yo, go to college, B. You don't need to be on this minimum wage life. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to be hashtag minimum wage, son. Go to college, blah, blah, blah. So then I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to do that, right? So here I am. I have, and then also, right? I don't know if you ever heard of it. There's a studio that is good at being a studio, right? And it's an AZ. So there's like so many options in my life, and I want to take all of them. But the thing is, due to geographic locations and time restrictions, I can't take advantage of all these opportunities. So it's so much thinking, so many decisions. Should I move here, be with my boys, do podcasting for show in a studio, right? Or be with my bro, right? And like, I don't know, get them coffee, write down appointments or whatever. Or, you know what I'm saying, go to school, be an electrician because that's what I want to do. Or, right, be a busboy, blah, blah, blah. There's all these things. And it's like, God, oh yeah, also, I'm saying, being more religious. I like chilling with the monks, you know what I'm saying? So all these things, it's like, there's not enough time in the day. Honestly, I can't go to temple, worship the Lord, then go to school, then go to work, and then chill with my people. You know what I'm saying? Gotta have a social life. So, and then I can't move to Texas and move to Arizona, right? And then I don't know, have free time, just chill, play video games. I want a PS4, guys. That's 7 things. If only Monday Arizona, Tuesday Texas, Wednesday temple, Thursday restaurant, Friday electrician, Saturday chill with my people, Sunday PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? If only every day I could live a different life, or I could just have 7 lives. Do you think? Hey, excuse me. Anyone listen? I'm sorry. I think I just, maybe that hurt you. I don't know. I just hit the mic, and if it hurt my ears when I'm listening to this again, I cut it out so you didn't hear it. You're welcome. But if, it didn't hurt my ears, you can take that shit, okay? Because I got sensitive ears, all right? So anyway, if anyone has 6 extra lives they can give me, that'd be great, because there's 7 things I would like to do with my life, and I only got one, and there's only 24 hours in a day, and then once that day's over, it's like the next day, and you sort of gotta have repetition in your life. You know what I'm saying? I can't just do this that day, blah blah blah. As I was saying, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, being a kid is like really hard. No, I'm playing, but there's definitely things on my mind, Yeah, prom. Prom was chill. I went to it. It was actually pretty fun. Music, dancing, ice cream, food. It's all pretty cool. The thing about it is, though, at prom, right, as the young, handsome gentleman that I am, the YSG, the famous who's the famous Janet Jackson song, you know, HYG, Handsome Young Gentleman. Just like her brother Michael had Pretty Young Thing, right? These are songs. One of them exists, the other one I just made up. Anyway, being the handsome young gentleman that I am, people love me, right? And the thing about love is I can't distribute it to everyone at the same time. And at some point in time, it was someone else's time for me to distribute my amorous love to them. And during this time, it's someone else gets it distributed to them, and the person from before who their time is up, let's think about it. What can I say? You ever get a pretzel at the zoo and there's like hella salt on there? That's sort of how she was. Like, she was real salty, like all night. I sat at the same table as her because that's just how life works out sometimes. And she's just angry, never laughed at my jokes, never did fun table participation things that I like to set up because I like to have fun and, do things as the leader I am. And yeah, she was just salty as hell, being a straight hater towards me and my girl. And it's like, yo, like, you mad or not? You know what I'm saying? But other than that, it was pretty chill. After that, me, my friend Ricky, and my friend Raphael, whatever you want to call him, I don't know if you know him. We formed this group called the Wolf Pack. It's just us three. We went camping. Also Ruby's dad, shout out, he's the man. Me and him cried together. Yeah, we just had a cool camping weekend, and it was basically an eye-opening experience and also very, very fun. And yeah, just that happened. I'm just trying to give you a rundown of my life, guys, because I'm gone, MIA for a bit. I'm gonna come back once I come back from Mexico. I'm definitely gonna be podcasting more frequently, possibly multiple times a week, if not, yeah, multiple times a week, if I have the time, because I really don't have the time now. But once I start working, I won't have the time. But during the time of me not having time, there should be time. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say, well, it's not just, let's just say what it is. I go to work, I come home, I have to take a nap. Right before I take a nap, I can easily record something, then wake up, edit it real quick, and then publish it. It's not hard. Well, it is hard. It's very time consuming and whatever, but I can do it. Right now, I can't do it literally because I don't have the time, and all the off time I'm spending in PR, if that makes sense, with friends and family. So they don't think that I'm being an asshole or whatever. I'm just really busy right now, going to the temple and being more religious and going to work and life shit. So hopefully, if you're a fan, tell me. I have multiple social network things. I have a Facebook, facebook.com/goodatjessew. That's my blog page, but go ahead and say, hey, I like your podcast more than your blog, because you don't even make a blog anymore. And then goodatstudios.us. I don't know. Just go there and then find my podcast and then leave a comment. twitter.com/goodatjessew. Tweet me, hey, like the show, hey, hate the show, hey, do it more often, hey, never do it again, whatever you want to say. youtube.com/goodatjessew. Trying to think of anything else. If you want to write me a letter, just write me a letter. Give it to your owl. He knows where I live. I'm not gonna put my address out there, but your owl should know. My email. I don't know why you would email me. Don't email me. My number is 773-587-854-33464. If you ever want to text me or call me, I'll just give you the letters because I got it set it up in a real cool way. 773 JUSTKIDDING. Yeah, and that's the show. And I hope you enjoyed. And I love you.